It's a pleasure being here. I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me. And my talk relates to the topic that Peter addressed, but I'd like to stretch the scope a little bit. So first, some background. I'm based at the Department of Medical Informatics at the Amsterdam University Medical Center. I have worked in Rotterdam, so I don't have any problems with mix-ups. We do research on topics that are mentioned here. We run a couple of registries in nephrology, in intensive care, and in cardiology. And we teach medical informatics at the bachelor and master's level, and also a postgraduate master for healthcare professionals. So which of you in the room is a healthcare professional? Good. I see a couple of hands. And which of you is practicing and seeing patients? I see far less hands. So, and I do recognize this, and I've heard a couple of healthcare professionals recently say, I'm going to quit clinical work and I'm going to do something else. Because of the burnout mentioned by Sylvia, because the work is burdensome. So all the things I will say in this talk about clinicians is not about clinician bashing, but is about insufficient support that we as medical informaticians, as a community, provide for clinicians. So we have to work on that. And as a kind of disclaimer, a couple of projects I'm involved in, and I will address them briefly later. Fair for Health, the European Joint Program on Rare Diseases, and the Capable project, which will start early next year. And then there are interests, and you could say there are conflict of interests. I don't think they are, but I'd like to mention them. I'm the chair of the interim executive board that oversees CoFair. I'm a member of now the SNOMED Modeling Advisory Group. I've done a couple of others. And I'm a member of the Dutch Norm Committee, like Sylvia mentioned, being involved in NAN, SEN at European level, and ISO. So I loved the title, although I needed translation because Wandelgestalten could also be Dutch. And it means something like wandering figures. So I had to find out that it's about creating change and creative solutions. So, well, I'd like to address those. One part of the solutions is what's shown here. Can anybody tell me what we are seeing here? Country codes?
The currency.
Currency exchange and? Yeah, and euro. These are the exchange rates of the now gone currencies that have adopted the euro. So apparently, you can tell from, even from a bunch of codes and numbers, you can figure out what it means. And so we used to work with codes a lot. We use them for pointing out currencies. We have ISO, we do all these numbers. Well, this is not from Sylvia and me, 4217. And the purpose is to establish internationally recognized codes for representation of currencies. So we need international recognized codes for representation of various kinds of things.